What's up everyone, Carter here, and in this video I want to talk about the three most profitable items that you can sell on Amazon FBA. Now there's thousands and thousands and thousands of different unique items that you can source and resell on Amazon, but in this video I want to break it down into three simple products, three products that can get you an insane ROI return on your investment for each dollar that you spend on them. So I'm going to break it down into where exactly you can find these items, what you can expect to pay for these items, and why they're so profitable to resell on Amazon. So let's get right into it. The first item we'll be talking about are books. Books like this: children's books, textbooks, history books, biographies, sports books. Basically, nonfiction books are really where the big money is going to be. Now, books are a great place to start, especially as a beginner reselling on Amazon. First off, you can find them anywhere and they're always undervalued. What I mean by that is they're super cheap to purchase. I'm about to show you four of the more popular locations you can source books from. But the books will be anywhere from literally 25 cents or even cheaper to $2 on average, depending on where exactly you're sourcing from. And remember, we're selling these books anywhere from 15 to 150 plus dollars. Imagine paying a dollar for a book and selling it for 15, $20. A dollar into $20, I'll take that all day. Now, how about if you went and you purchased 10 books for a dollar each and they each sell for $20? That's a $200 sales value and you just spent $10. That's the power of reselling books on Amazon. Now, not every book is going to be super profitable, and there might be too much competition, but still, if you scan 20, 30 books and just one of those is profitable, you can literally scan 20 or 30 books in less than probably a minute, 2 minutes, depending on if you're just using your phone, using an app, or if you have a Bluetooth scanner. So books are a great place to start. Also, another big thing, when it comes to using the FBA program, remember you're purchasing inventory and sending it to an Amazon warehouse where it's stored. You don't have to worry about storage fees. If you purchase a book with a high sales rank, where the sales rank helps you determine how well and how often that product sells on Amazon, I purchase books anywhere with a 1, 2, and even up to a 3 million sales rank. Because if I'm getting them for 50 cents a dollar and I know they could potentially sell for 50, 60, $70, I'm willing to wait 6 months, a year. Because even if it costs me maybe 5 cents a month to store, what is that, like 60 cents a year? My buy cost is already a dollar. So if it takes a whole year for that book to sell, I'm into it for a dollar buy cost and potentially 60 cents in storage fees, so $1.60, and it sells for $60. I'll take that all day. But these are four of the most popular locations you can source books from, as well as the other items I'll be showing you on later on in this video. So Goodwills are a great place to start. This is where I first started when I started my reselling career, was just going to Goodwills. And when I first started, I couldn't even drive. So I had my parents literally just drop me off at these locations for like an hour. And I would just sit there and scan every single possible item in the store: books, CDs, video games, anything you can name. I was scanning it to see if I could potentially resell it. Now, there's other stores like Salvation Armies, and some other mom and pop thrift stores you can check as well. But Goodwills are usually everywhere, depending on where you're located, and they're a great place to source. When it comes to pricing, Goodwill is probably on the higher price side for books. I think they're anywhere from a dollar to potentially $3, depending on if they're paperback or hardback. Like I said, it varies per store. Electronics, this is where I really find a lot of good electronics. And the good thing is, once I'm in the store and I find an electronic that I can potentially resell, I like to always go and test them. So they'll have outlets. I can go and push every button on there, make sure it works before I purchase it and ship it and end up selling it to my customer. Now, also, I'll get into the other items later, but Craigslist is another great place to source products from. Your local buy and sell websites. That could also be OfferUp. That could be 5 Mile. There's plenty of different sites like this, but the advantage of this is there's going to be a lot less competition. Not many people are on Craigslist and OfferUp, specifically looking to purchase items to resell. So there's not going to be much competition, and also pricing is negotiable. For 50 bucks, you can probably end up getting it for maybe 35, 40 bucks. So when it comes to Craigslist and OfferUp, they're both great sites. OfferUp's more of a newer site, came out just a couple of years ago. I probably prefer OfferUp because it's just a little bit easier to communicate and really niche down. I like how it's all set up, calculators, electronics, DVD players, all this stuff. All you have to do is just, go back to Amazon, type in, Sony DVD player, find the model number of that DVD player, and then boom, within seconds, you're going to be able to determine how well or what the price point is to sell that product for. So that's a really interesting place. Garage sales, this is where you're going to find like your home run items. You're going to go to garage sale and someone's going to be giving away like a, $150, $200 electronic, for a couple of dollars because they don't understand the value. They're just trying to get rid of it. But another place is garage sales. Now, obviously, I'm recording this like in the middle of the week, so there's probably not going to be any garage sales put up. But you come on here on like a Thursday night, a Friday, there's going to be garage sales all over your area. I'm actually going to move this so I can zoom out. Well, where's the zoom button? Yeah, I think that adds blocking. Here it is. So then you can zoom out and see all the sales kind of near your area. It'll say, what the sales are. It's a single family, multifamily, estate sale, neighborhood sale. So you can determine, why, if you want to go there, if there's going to be multiple sales in the neighborhood. So this is a great place to source. And the last place is going to be the best place for books by far. You can select it by state. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Texas. As you can see, we're approaching the end of February. Look at all of these sales in the state of Texas for March. Look at all these. And these ones are big sales too. This one in Arlington, 80,000 items. Paperback, children's books, CDs, books on CD, audiobooks. Those are also very profitable. Fiction books, nonfiction, 80,000 items. Even if you get past 1,000, 2,000, there's a ton of money to be made at book sales. Now, they're not every weekend. It does depend on the state you live in, how many people there are and what sales. But if you just kind of scout Book Sale Finder over the year, you're definitely going to have a couple of sales. And that's where you can make the big money. I used to roll in. One day there was a sale, I think probably an hour from my house. I ended up skipping school because the first day of the sale was that day, and I didn't want all the resellers to get in there and get the stuff. So I skipped the whole day of school. I drove out there. I ended up filling up 5 tubs. Probably, geez, my bad. I didn't know it was all the way down there. I fixed it. So I had 5 tubs, like, I don't know, probably a foot tall and about 2 feet wide. There were these big USPS shipping tubs, and I filled up 5 of them with books. Probably spent around $170, $180 total on all the books, and easily over $2,000 to $3,000 estimated profit. So a ton of money to be made with books, and that is the first item we'll be going over. The second most profitable item to resell on Amazon are going to be electronics. Now, there's a tons of different electronics you can sell, from printers to DVD players to CD changers to Xbox to Wii's to PlayStations to VCRs to cassette. There's so many options when it comes to electronics, and the margins are the best probably when comparing the items in this video. Because, for instance, you're going to like Goodwill's, and their electronics are priced anywhere from usually $10 to $20 on average. That's usually what I see for the DVD players and printers. It could be up to $25, but I can't tell you the amount of times I've gone into a Goodwill, purchased a DVD player for $15 and end up selling it for $150 plus a month or 2 months later. Those are the kind of margins in sales you can expect when it comes to electronics. Goodwill's, Craigslist. One time I purchased a used printer off here for $20, drove out somewhere when I first got my car, ended up selling it for around $375 on Amazon. It was an HP printer. It was huge. It was just under 50 pounds. I had to put it in its own box. It took me like 25 minutes to wrap, but man, $20 into a $375 sale, you cannot complain with that. One of the best sales I had electronics wise with garage sale is probably a camera. I went somewhere like close to my house. It was a it was an older lady. I was kind of getting rid of her stuff in her house, and I was going around. It was not a very good garage sale. Sometimes it happens, you walk around, you don't see anything, you leave. I was about to leave, and I saw this little leather bag. It looks really old. I went and opened it. There's a camera inside of it. I typed in the model number. What was it? It's one of those like action shot, like really vintage cameras. And I ended up looking back on Amazon. It was worth like $250. I bought it for $7. Just the endless amount of items you can find is amazing. And I always like to promote this business model because this is how I started when it came to selling on Amazon. It's what I recommend because for pennies on your dollar, you can get insane returns on your investment. Like I just mentioned, books. you're paying anywhere from $1 or below to $2 on average. Electronics anywhere from probably $10 to $25. And you're selling them for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So there's a ton of money to be made. It's just about staying consistent, going to each and every one of these places every week so you have the chance to find some really, really profitable items. Also, before we move on to the next item, one quick tip when it comes to selling electronics. I might have mentioned it earlier, but you want to test every single electronic you purchase. So if you're purchasing from someone, ask them, does this work? When's the last time you used it? Is there anything broken? If they can't, then you need to find a way to test before you purchase. If it's such a good sale, purchase it, bring it back to your house, test it. If it doesn't work, return it. That is huge because if you purchase a product and you don't test it and you send it to the warehouse and then it sells and a customer gets a $250 printer, they set it all up. They want to print something, it doesn't work, they're going to be furious. They're going to leave you a negative seller feedback, and it's just something that you don't want to deal with. So make sure you test your items. It's a big tip. The third most profitable item are going to be your miscellaneous random items. So things like toys, puzzles, board games, kitchen accessories, household items, item parts, there's light bulbs, anything that has a barcode that's usually new that you can scan and that you're approved to sell, just make sure it has a decent rank in its category and you can sell it. I mean, I've sold so many just random items that I just like, covers for books. I've sold little vintage cassette players. I guess that's kind of an electronic. I've sold towels. I've sold just so many random things that I just happen to find when I'm scanning stuff at these locations. Audiobooks, that's another example. That kind of counts as a book, but still, those are very, very profitable. VHS tapes, I've sold those as well. Trust me, there's money to be made. If the sales rank is low enough in that category, that means people are interested. If the price is high enough, purchase those VHS tapes for 25 cents, 50 cents. I mean, if it cost you a quarter and you have the potential to sell it for 15, 20, $25, it's a no-brainer to purchase if it has a good sales rank. So those miscellaneous random items, now you're not going to find them everywhere. They're not going to be at all these locations. Book sales obviously are going to have, majority books. They sometimes have video games, sometimes have DVDs, things like that. Just coming on here, just looking up new. Maybe you can go to different categories, look up new, and just find something that's brand new, sealed, and just basically go and copy and paste whatever it is back onto Amazon. See if you can profit. Like here in Amazon Echo Dot, copy and paste that back on Amazon. See if you can resell it. Although Amazon might not let you sell under that certain listing. Let's see what else. Like you could, geez, there's so much. Like right here, some Honeywell Deluxe cool touch heater. Look that up. See if it's worth any money. A Dr. Brown bottle warm. See if that's worth any money. I mean, there's so many options and so many different items that I can't even name them all. Like you go to like Goodwills and thrift stores, and they're just the random items sitting on the shelf that nobody ever looks at. They've been sitting there forever. But miscellaneous items that aren't super popular, items that you've maybe never seen before in your life. All you have to do is just scan it, see what it's currently selling for, see if it has a decent sales rank, and then make the decision to purchase that product or not. If you are interested in, taking the next step and maybe starting and building your own Amazon FBA reselling business, even if you have zero experience and limited capital, I highly recommend you check out the first link in the description of this video to my Amazon selling program. In that program, I show you step by step how I was able to build a successful reselling business, how I was able to find books for $1 and sell them for $30 to $100, how I was able to find electronics for $15 to $20 and sell them for $150, $200, $250 plus. There's so much that goes into the business other than just sourcing, how exactly you can have these items listed on Amazon, how do you ship them to Amazon, how you can package them, how you determine a product's sales rank, how you determine a market price. All that I go over in my program. So if this is of interest to you, you're looking to start an online business, maybe you have limited capital, you have zero previous online sales experience, this is a great place to start. It's for those that are interested. So it is the first link in the description of this video. Other than that, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you did get any value from it, please leave a like. I really do appreciate that. And if you do have any questions regarding the Amazon reselling business, comment below this video. And if you do want to see more videos on how you can create an additional stream of income online selling products, then subscribe to this channel, and I'll see everyone in the next video.